What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. That 666 principle is a straight cop-out. It's a straight motherfucking cop-out. And y'all know what I mean when I say 666. It ain't something out of like the Bible or something like that. It's that whole thing of you gotta be 6 feet, 6 figures, and at least 6 inches to get a woman. Or, some people put the 6-pack or whatever the fuck, man. That's some straight bullshit. It's a cop-out. Anybody who adheres to it or believes it, all they really doing is copping out. Because they ain't getting women, so instead of just looking at themselves and looking at their personality, issues and everything, they looking at, well, I ain't getting a woman because I ain't 6 feet. Or I don't make 6 figures, I don't make that money. My dick ain't big enough. What the fuck ever. Because here, on a simple matter, it's some bullshit, because all you have to do, if you go the fuck outside and look around, actually know some women, know some guys who getting some women and everything. Most of them ain't gonna be 6 feet any goddamn way. Most of them are not gonna be 6 feet. Only 14% of men globally are over 6 feet. Shit, only 3% of men are over 6'2". Shit. And a lot of them really ain't getting nothing, but that's another conversation. And then 6 figures, shit, less than 10% of men on the goddamn planet make 6 figures. Unless they work for UPS. Shit. And 6 inches, the average dick size on the motherfucking planet is 5 inches. The average. Shit, you got some guys smaller than that, some guys bigger than that. In fact, it's only a small percentage of guys got some shit bigger than that anyway. Bigger than 6.2 inches. Shit. What the fuck? That's some cop out. When somebody say that shit or some dudes say that shit, it's a straight cop out. I mean, that's all to it. But they don't want to actually deal with the situation. They sitting there hiding behind it, instead of just becoming the best that they can be. Shit. And I've seen this before, because it's always something. It's always something. Somebody always having a problem and say, well, I ain't this, I ain't that. And yeah, women got their physical preferences. But there's always some extra shit with them. Always some extra shit with them. And women, shoot, their preferences are actually dynamic. Even when I talk body game, that's just from observation of guys who generally are getting women. I'm saying the common denominator. They got decent body builds. All of them ain't even all brolic or something. They got decent body builds. The guys that I see actually getting women, that I actually know personally. I would say in general, like a body look like they could play a sport. And that's just a common thing. And even then, the body's going to be different. See, but the problem is, guys, they don't have something. They're going to use an excuse. That's some bullshit. Because I remember, I've talked about this before. Back in the 80s, supposedly in the black community anyway, supposedly if you weren't light-skinned with what was called good hair or like some waves or something, you supposedly couldn't get a woman. They were supposedly all going for that type of guy. And yeah, there were some guys like that they went for. Till Denzel got big, Wesley Snipes. But here's the point. At the time, they would say that. And hell, I ain't gonna lie. There were a couple women say, he all right, except he's so dark. Okay. You know what happened? I just went for who I could get. I ain't let that shit stop me. Okay, that should be about to be an accident. Anyway, shit, that's right. I gotta go that way too. Damn, forget where I'm going sometime. Anyway, did I let that shit stop me? Did I say, oh, I'm not light skinned? No, I got regular hair. No, I just went for it anyway. Still went to the go-go, grinded up on a woman, asked for their phone numbers and everything. Shoot. I still did my thing anyway. Because here's just a reality in life. Everybody ain't gonna like you. It's just that simple. There ain't no universal attraction and all. That's some bullshit too. Because nobody's interviewed every single woman or every single man about what they like on the planet. Show me the interview where you actually talk to the people. Show me the interview. Everybody gonna like something. Everybody gonna have a preference. Everybody going this. All you can do as a man is just fix yourself up to the best extent you can and see who like it, which I say all the time, which I say with body game, which I say just in life, get a style and work it. In fact, on that video that's been real popular about pay attention to the women who like it, too many motherfuckers getting on there, well, women don't like me. Delayed. I can't stand bitches. Pay attention, motherfucker. That's all I said. And even in that video, I said, if you don't like the women coming for you, change. Or if you ain't getting a woman, you work on it some, develop your bait. But then, you know, some guys will be like, well, I'm not 6 feet. Then please explain all these motherfuckers who are under 6 feet in happy relationships or players or whatever. Explain that shit. There ain't no, and don't say it's some like exception. Ain't no motherfucking exception. Being 6 feet is the exception, really. If that's only 40, if the 86% outweigh is obviously objectively more than 14%, obviously being 6 feet, that's more the exception. And I'm like, where the fuck you live? You live in, I don't care where you live. Everybody ain't, all the guys getting the women ain't no damn 6 feet. Shit, in fact, there's several guys who are over 6 feet having trouble. So that's stupid. That's a cop-out. That's a cop-out. You know? Because somebody say, well, I can't help my height. You know, I can't help my height. Damn, I can't get a woman. I can't help it. Woe is me. Nobody give a fuck, really. This world's cold-blooded. You want something, you gotta go for it anyway. Or the money thing. And that's what killed me with the money thing. If you seriously think it's about 6 figures, what the fuck you doing to make some money? Seriously. That's really why I started my Money Matters channel. Because remember, it was at first, it was Rom Wills about that business. Everybody kept saying money, money, money. I said, okay, fine. I'm telling you how to do it. I'm telling you how to get that mindset to make money. Hell. Because every year for the last 5 years, my money kept going up. So I know how to make the 6 figures. Shit. So if you got trouble making money, you think, okay, I got to have so much money to get a woman. And a lot of guys will come on here and say, oh, it's just money, it's just it. What the fuck you doing to make money then? But then if they don't have it, well, I don't have 6 figures. They're using it as a cop-out. And shit, you need to be making money, and money, 6 figures, 7, whatever you can make, just so your ass can eat and sleep well. You know? I had a check engine light that would come on and off the last week or so. Got that shit fixed easy. Took it in. Could have took it in that day, really. I just said, nah, I gotta get an oil change anyway. So, I ain't feel like doing it myself. Oh, don't get smart, Mo. How come you didn't do it yourself? Because I was working on videos and stuff, because my repair place is walking distance from where I'm at. So, let somebody else do that work. I can do some work to make money. But anyway, you know, what you doing to make money and your dick size, dude, I'm gonna tell you what, anybody who really understand a woman's anatomy, her most sensitive areas are 3 inches in. Just if you got that much, you good to go. You literally can stick the head in and make her scream. When I talk about the sets of 9, sets of 9. 9 shallow thrusts, 1 long thrust. Then it's 8 shallow thrusts, 2 long thrusts. Every single time I've employed that with a woman. Because that's still, yeah, you get to a point it's all long thrust, but most of it is shallow thrust. Every single time I've employed it, women love that shit. Because they're most sensitive right in that area. In fact, I've had some women get on top and they work it so all they kept getting is the head, because that's where they just most sensitive is right there. That inch is right there. So if you know what the fuck you doing and shit, get some damn skill. That's all you had to do if you worried about that. Learn what to do. You can make her scream. Shit. You get some dudes making a woman scream with a finger. So don't worry about that shit. And here's the point with all of it. Stop using that cop-out of what you don't have. You figured out what to do. That's what a man does. A man figure out how to like solve the problem. Nah, you ain't 6 feet. Nah, you ain't making 6 figures. Nah, you ain't packing like a porn star. Okay, work with what you got and figure out what to do with it. How to make that shit work. Because on the real, and yeah, you're gonna get some women out there, they'll say, well, I want a guy with 6 figures. But then you start scratching the surface, she's sucking the dick of some dude who, he making minimum wage. And let's just be real with it. You find out who she really messing with. Who ain't looking like a porn star, packing like a porn star. And definitely ain't 6 feet. Because that's the problem. That should be the first thing. Anybody, all you have to do, and look, you don't have to do no big study or anything to see that. Just look around. Shit. If you just go out, unless you live in some extremely rural area, if you in any small, it could just be a small town. It could be a small town. You're gonna see guys. Well, you can't tell how much money they making. You can't tell how much money they making anyway. And you can at least tell whether or not they 6 feet. You can see, but they're going to be walking with a woman. And I will hope as a man you ain't looking at their joints. And even then, some dudes are legitimate growers. So you can't really tell. So please explain how that woman is with that guy who don't match that shit. You can't. You can't because you don't know. And you don't know what she like. Because even when you get some women say tall, there ain't no number to that. Tall to a woman is just taller than her. Women don't be breaking out no measuring sticks any damn way. Hell, even with the dicks and shit. As long as you got enough girth to fill them up, that's all they really need. That's all they really need. Shit, if you actually deal with some women, you'll see that. And if any of y'all say that shit, unless you only dudes who, if you actually dated a woman, if you actually been out, you actually had sex with a woman, and you know your ass ain't no porn star, and you know you ain't making 6 figures, and you know you ain't 6 feet. That should be your proof right there. That's your proof right there. Now, if you one of those people who say, well, I haven't, then you need to work on something. But you know what? I give so much free game, it's scary. Like the body game. Let me talk about that for a second. I was talking with somebody in my inner circle just last night. He was telling me the issues, how the women were coming at him because he practices body game. And I met him at first. He had worked out with me and Cousin T-Talk one time. And he telling me all the stuff he telling me, I already knew what was up. Body game. Even when I was at the gym this morning, a woman I seen around there didn't know her name. She actually, while I'm about to get into a workout, she looked at me and said, excuse me, how come I never see you smile? And I just laughed. I said, because that's how I work. That's one of the ways a woman do it. If a woman ever come up to you and say, how come I never see you smile? She letting you know she been looking. And you know how I got to that point? Body game. That's how I still get attention. And you know what? Even with that 6'6" thing. Now, in all fairness, I can honestly say I got 2 out of 3 of those. In all fairness, 2 out of 3 of those. My height is technically not 6 feet. That's the only one I'm missing out on. 5'11" when I first wake up in the morning, then, you know, and your height compresses a little. 5'11" without shoes, your height compresses a little during the day just from gravity. Even that'll just go down like a centimeter. So height will be between 5'10.75" to 5'11.1 without shoes. Put on shoes, depending on the shoes. Even sometimes, even with the shoes, it's still not 6 feet. I haven't had any complaints. But let me say something about that taller thing. In general, yeah, women do like a taller man, but if the woman 5'2", because I remember somebody else at the gym, we was just joking about it. She said, I'm short, I'm 5'2". And I'm towering over her. I mean, it's like, it's just, as long as you just generally taller. And even then, if you treating a woman right, she just like you. You know, she like your body build, like how you look, and you treat her right. You know, y'all click personality-wise, they'll let that. They ain't gonna be breaking out the measure and say, well, he ain't 6 feet. In fact, let me give y'all some game on that. When a woman will look at you and say, oh, you're short, or even if she try to talk about your dick or something, or try to say, you know, all of that, she only doing it to fuck with your head. Because she know it matters to a bunch of men. A lot of times when a woman, they know that shit matters, that's why they'll fuck with you and say, nah, you only got that much. Like in that case, you do that shit, you just be like, well, you know, it's hard to fill up the Grand Canyon, so just hit her back. Seriously, they'll do a lot of that shit just to mess with your head. Or they'll say some arbitrary shit. And women do that anyway. Look, a lot of dudes still don't understand women. They all got their ideal, just like we got our ideal. You know, a lot of men want what they consider a beautiful face, nice breasts, a waist a certain size, nice ass legs. We all got our preference, and they all got their preference, right? But when you see who people actually get with, it don't match what their ideal is. That's men and women. Some of y'all out there who actually get women, y'all know that woman wasn't like what you would consider your preference. But she had something sexy about her. And that's the same thing how women looking at men. And in fact, if you look at my whole program, when I talk about sex, a lot of guys get upset, but dude, that's the real factor right there. And that's one of the main parts about body game. It plays a big factor in actual sex appeal. It plays a big factor, just like certain body parts play a factor with us. When we're looking at a woman, certain body parts play a factor with women. But that's just part of it. Big part of it is just up here, your mindset. You know, if you got a combination of charisma, which means you can connect with the woman, masculinity, that's part of sex appeal. You got the right sexual attitude. And that's actually better, really. That's why there's a term, ugly sexy. A woman will call a guy, she'll say he's sexy, but aesthetically, well, he don't have what people consensusly consider classically good looking. Personally, I'd rather be called sexy rather than handsome. Seriously, that's how powerful that is. And that's like my main thing I'm teaching anyway. Body game is just the free portion I'm giving you. That's the easiest part to deal with, because I haven't used this term in a long time. PCM, physique, charisma, masculinity. You develop those three, women gonna pretty much hang you tonight. They pretty much, because the physique that draws them to you, hence body game. That's the easiest game. That's why I always say, look, you can try it out yourself for 6 months and see the results. Like all these guys hitting up that video talking about pay attention. Say women don't pay attention. You hitting the gym? Honestly? Because there was like one guy on there, he say, well, I'm 6'6", 255, muscular, handsome. Women never show an interest in me. I just did what I usually do on those statements. I just fucking block him because I can't stand stupidity. But dude was just straight capping. You 6'6" and muscular and handsome, you gonna get some women. Because let's be real, tall. Hey, if you stand because you stand out, the women are at least gonna look. If you can't get a woman behind that, that's your ass. But they at least gonna have some. They at least gonna like give you a shot, want you, come to you, come up to you, be like, "Excuse me, how come you never be smiling?" I'm like, shit. It's really just that motherfucking simple. But don't use a cop out. You know, that's the bottom line of everything I'm talking about. Don't use a cop out. You gotta have the attitude like no matter what, you gonna get yours. That's why there's some short statured men, they still getting this, and they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They say, nah, I'm gonna get mine. That's why you got some big men. They ain't, you know what? They ain't what people think of as ideal, but they still got some because they still gonna talk. I'd never forget when I was in Houston for the self-improvement summit, and after the summit we went to this club. I'll never forget this one dude make me look small. That dude was out there dancing. He was straight, he was just straight on the dance floor macking. He was macking. He didn't give a fuck. Like I said, that dude make me look small. I ain't no small motherfucker. That dude didn't give a fuck. He said he go get his. And I'm gonna tell you what, as much as I say about a woman choosing and everything and paying attention to the women that want you, that's only half the equation. You still gotta make a move. You still gotta want it. You still gotta have that look in your eye like, okay, you showing some interest. Hey, what's up? You still gotta do something. You gotta have a certain amount of assertiveness and aggressiveness. Because the sperm goes from you into the woman. The egg don't come to you. The sperm be sitting there, the egg be sitting there chilling. The sperm go get that shit. And the woman, what a woman will do, she'll just start, her behavior, body language, actions will be like opening the door. You decide if you're gonna walk in. But in order for you to do that, you gotta have the right attitude. And then you gotta understand, it's no universal thing as far as what women want. If that was the case, not a single one of y'all would be here. Not a single one of y'all would be here. Every woman gonna like something different. All you had to do is fix yourself up, create your bait, get your attitude right, be a fucking man. And then even with the women, shit, you'll have plenty of women checking you out. And yeah, some of them ain't gonna be a woman that you want. Just be nice to them, let them down easy. But there's also gonna be some women you look at, you like, damn. Because that's something too. A lot of guys be missing out because their attitude is wrong. They don't think a woman want them because they paying attention to one who don't want them. But 3 others who are very attractive want them. But part of that is a lot of guys want to control the shit. And you can't control another human being. That's the thing. Any attraction ultimately got to be mutual. But whatever the case, you can't say a woman say, well, I ain't 6 feet, a woman wouldn't want me. Okay, how all these motherfuckers who, all these guys out here who ain't that 6 feet, ain't making 6 figures, and if they're going to be honest about their joints, ain't that. Some guys will tell you that shit. They'll say, nah, I'm only with 5 inches. Be having about 3 kids and shit. And especially in different countries, it depends. It depends on the woman. And if you really understand a woman's vagina, shit, a woman's vagina can grip this. So whatever. That shit is played. That shit is like fluid as hell. That membrane down there is built to stretch out or contract, whatever. In fact, you want it to contract. You want it to contract anyway. You want it to grip. And yeah, I'm gonna talk raw like that because guys gotta understand. Stop tripping. Stop using that cop out. You gotta look at if you having trouble getting a woman, you gotta first look at your attitude. That's the first thing. What's your attitude? What, you got rejected? Please. Please. Rejection part of life. Rejection is God's protection, or however you want to worship God. Shit. To me, the best thing a woman can do is, if she ain't interested, is reject you right away, because then you don't waste time. Like, everybody ain't supposed to like you. Everybody is not supposed to like it. Billion people in the world. Billions, 8 billion people. Everybody's not going to like you. And shit. And all you need is a tiny, tiny drop of that just to like you. And they'll do it on their own. And here's the thing about that. You just got to be your best self. And the person who like you, a lot of times, is going to be the person you click with any goddamn way. That truly like you. And I don't mean just how you look or some superficial shit, but the ones who want to truly click with your personality. Because that's the key right there. That is the key right there. Who's going to click with your personality, who you are as a human being. Who's going to be in cooperation to your operation, because that's another thing too. You should be more concerned which woman is going to like you that you can be free around, you know? And if they don't like you for some physical reason, okay. And because every woman going to have their own reason. All you need them to do is not try to play. That's all you need. But trying to say, oh, it's over because of this and that, those are cop-outs. That's not the way of a man. That's not what it means to be a man. A man ain't gonna bitch. A man gonna say, I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna figure out I'm gonna get mine, whatever it is. That's what a man does. That's what it means to be a man. A man gonna figure out a way to get his. And like, no excuses. No excuses. You gonna figure out who the fuck down for you, who ain't down for you, who trying to be there for you, whatever. Who like you, who don't like you. And then you just figure out, okay. And then if you stop tripping, stop like holding yourself back, you figure that shit out. Cause that's something else too. Cause I told more than a few men, I said, look, man, stop tripping. Just go out here, do your thing, and just really, really, really pay attention. And you'd be surprised how many women attractive up there smiling at you, checking you out. Shit. Cause you never fucking know. You never fucking know. And that's how you gotta be, man. That's how you gotta be, man. Don't have those cop-outs and all that bullshit. There you go. Don't have those cop-outs and all of that. Yeah. Somebody just looked at me. Don't have no cop-outs. Don't be like, oh, I'm this, I'm that, or whatever. You defeating yourself. You know? Just go out there. Yeah, some women gonna reject you. Okay. You gonna reject some women. Fair exchange is no robbery. Okay. You know? But don't have a cop-out. And this channel ain't for it. If you on this channel, you're supposed to be a wolf. You supposed to be an apex predator. You supposed to be the top of the food chain. You ain't like, you figuring out how to conquer life even better. You know, you ain't up here complaining. In fact, that sounds weak as shit to some women. That shit sound weak to women. They want a man who want to go out here and say, I'm going to get this, baby. They want that. So don't think you got to be a certain thing, because like I said, you don't know what a particular woman wants. Shit, you just don't know. Yeah, even like looking good. I told you, my favorite rejection was this woman. We were real cool too, but she said, Ron, I can't mess with you. You too pretty. I was like, what? Say, yeah, you got pretty eyes and you got that smooth skin. I was like, she like rougher men. We were still cool because she was honest about that shit. Because there was something about her I wasn't feeling. So I was like, fair exchange is no robbery. It is what it is. It is what it is. Don't have that cop out of everything, because that's the worst thing. And really, the world don't give a fuck. Seriously, the world don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, you got some people trying to help, but if you ain't trying to help yourself, what's the point in it? Because ultimately, you got to make the decision that you're going to stand up as a man. All right? So, look, stomach. I don't eat anything in the morning, you know? So, anyway, I'm gonna go in here. I gotta get my stuff. Do a little extra shopping. Got the sons for the weekend. So, anyway, that's all I got for now, y'all. But seriously, man, get out these cop-outs. And if you come on that channel with that or complaining, I don't give a fuck. Look in my eyes. I don't give a fuck. Because I've been through too much shit in my life, man. Been through too much shit. So I have a certain attitude. It's like kill or be killed, eat or be eaten. You know, apex predator. So if I make sure I work hard to get what I want, I don't give a fuck. Nothing stops me. You know, nothing stops me ultimately. And I understand who I'm gonna benefit from, who I'm not gonna benefit from. And I don't get sad. I get rejected. I'm like, oh, damn, save me some time. It is what it is. You know, you gotta love yourself. So you know what, you gotta just love yourself. Everything about you is like, if you call yourself, look, I was gonna let this go, but then you got some people call themselves believing in God. No, you don't. If you bitching or complaining, you don't believe in God. Don't even lie. Don't even lie. Because somebody hit me up, it was a comment hell for review talking about how much they believed in God, but got this problem, this problem. You don't believe in God because you saying God's a lie. God made you. God made you. Don't even lie. I can't stand people who don't follow their path. I don't care what it is. Don't lie to you. If you feel like God made you, you really believe in God. God made you who you are. So you already got it within you to do whatever you need to do. And God don't make mistakes. However you worship God, God don't make mistakes. So the worst you can do around me is say, well, I believe in God and all this, but this what happened. Bullshit. There's a reason for everything. So, anyway, that's all I got for now. Y'all have a good weekend, all right? And for the weekend, real quick, man, real quick. Y'all know my weekend view. On Saturdays, I got the Sovereign Man videos, right? I don't really mention about women. It's all about the men focusing on themselves, becoming in control of their lives, really coming up as a man. And then on Sundays, the videos are more just generally motivational, inspirational, and everything, right? Don't hit me up with no game questions. Seriously, don't hit me up with no game questions. I can't stand when people do that. That's why people have done that and realized I didn't answer, and the comments mysteriously disappeared. Well, not mysteriously, they just disappeared. I can't stand that. If y'all ask them on these videos or something, I'm like, okay, I get that. And even then, it need to be in with a subject that I'm actually talking about. If you got a serious question, my contact information is in the description box. And 95% of the time, I answer the question. You know, 95% of the time. Sometimes people come with some crazy shit I don't feel like entertaining. But 95% of the time, you just hit me up privately. Don't hit me up publicly. Or if I respond to somebody else's comment, don't get under that same comment and ask me some question that don't got nothing to do with the first comment. I can't stand bullshit like that. If you can't come at me straight, I don't respect you. If you got a serious question, just hit my contact information and ask it. So, that's all I have for today. I'll get back with y'all. Peace.